Good morning. It is Monday, January 20th. I'm like, where's my SD card? Why isn't it in my Roadcaster? But today is both Inauguration Day and Martin Luther King Day, so means a lot of dealerships are closed. I'm just kidding. Ain't no dealership closed today.
Get out of here.
Can you imagine what the SAR might be if dealerships pulled the same schedule as government offices?
I mean, it'd be rough.
I mean, maybe the SAR would be the same.
Government offices legit, I think, have 43 holidays a year.
I mean, is that about to change now that Doge is an actual thing today? TikTok's back?
TikTok's back. That's okay. Like, I
You
got
still can't
opinions about
download
that
it.
one.
You still can't download it.
You can't download it, but if you downloaded it previously, you can log in.
Yeah, they'll fix it.
It's some crazy.
I don't even know why we're talking about TikTok. I guess because a lot of our friends are on it. I've never had it on my phone. Because
I had it for like a month, and then I was like, that was a dumb decision.
I know, because now I don't get anything done.
I actually never, because I turn notifications off. Like my phone never doesn't have any notifications on purpose.
So many of our friends are on it and rocking it.
They are.
So,
I saw like all the creators in our life like going crazy this weekend. They're like, what is happening in this world? Yeah.
I know it.
I think the bigger one was actually, and I think a lot of people don't recognize the connection here, but so many creators use CapCut these days.
Like
and because CapCut is owned by ByteDance, TikTok's parent company, it was shut down too.
Yeah, it's true.
For a brief time.
Just
And I think that's potentially the more impact because it is a quick editing tool that people use for not just TikTok.
It's good. My 13-year-old daughter uses it. She doesn't have TikTok, but she had no idea they were connected. But all of a sudden I was like, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot going on this week. We are releasing a new episode of Auto Collabs, our other podcast. One of our other podcasts is out today. How to prove to the customer that you care, with Ted Rubin, the founder of Active Engage. We had never spoken to the founder of Active Engage before, so it was amazing. Ted's awesome. Tells stories about his wife and her, the fact that she's a professional sommelier. It's pretty great. Great. You can go to Auto Collabs. Just search it on your favorite platform. It'll be right there. And we know what it is. It's NADA Show Week, which means you're trying to figure out what you're doing the nights of NADA if you're going to be there. The best way to do that, maybe the only way, not the only way, but the best way, is to go to nadaparties.com and look at all the parties that are on there. We have
so many.
Apparently, we found out there are some we're not supposed to have on there. And
Whoops.
One not to be named, very well-known finance company sent us a rather direct notification.
Rather direct
notification to take the party down. There wasn't quite an or else, but it felt
never
like that.
use the logos ever again, basically.
And I was like, I wonder if the marketing department knows that the legal department is involved now.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because the marketing department was like, free press, let's go.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Attorney, it's a good thing if you have a line of people outside your party that can't get in.
That's right.
I know. He was never invited to any
Speaking of
parties.
lines outside of the party when you can't get in.
Stop. Go ahead.
That's going to be our party. We do have a party on Friday night. It's a happy hour from 5:30 to 7:30. And the way this is going to work is we have 250 people already coming. The place is sold out. We promise we cannot get any more in. It's capacity, fire marshal, all those like things. But there's a big wait list building, and we will be doing the let in, let out after that first 40 minutes so that the initial people can get in. So if you're signed up for the party, make sure you're there on time. If you're not there, we're going to start that in-out list. And we got a little bouncer at the door, the whole 9 yards. It's going to be a place that you want to be.
And we're also going to be releasing tickets, like access tickets, prior to going. So make sure you're on the wait list. All of our our sponsors get 10 golden tickets that they're going to be giving away at the show. So thanks to our friends at Upstart and Clairvoy, Auto Genius, and iPacket for helping us make this an awesome event. And they're going to have some tickets to hand out if you're a dealer. So
that's right.
Cozy on up to them.
Cozy on up to them.
It's going to be an awesome time. I think we have.
Let's get into Monday.
But we got to get into Monday. Listen, every year NADA Mainstage at the show is a must attend. While at the show, and this year is no different. The sessions start at 8:45 a.m. We're just trying to the next couple of days, we're going to tell you how to do the show if you don't know how to do the show. And if you can't be at the show, you can kind of hear and kind of understand what's going on, and we're going to bring it to you with our live coverage. So Mainstage sessions 8:45 Friday through Sunday. And they're really featuring like a pretty fun A-list. I've been to a lot of these sessions over the year. Friday's kicking off with best-selling author and executive coach Ryan Leake talking about self-leadership, team empowerment, helping dealers answer key questions like, what am I like as a leader? That's a really good question. If you can ask yourself that,
great self-introspective
think about
question.
it for a minute, your business is going to get better. A lot of high-performing teams follow this model. 2024 NADA Chairman Gary Gilchrist is also going to speak on Saturday. Frank Caliendo, comedian, actor, impressionist. He is hilarious. He's going to be on the main stage. Then incoming 2025 NADA Chairman Tom Castriota is going to speak and give the highly anticipated Time Dealer of the Year ceremony. That's pretty awesome. We have a couple friends on this list, right? Andy Gelcher, Mohawk Chevy, Andrew Walzer of Walzer Automotive, Julie Herrera, Toyota of Cedar Park, Sean Del Grande of Del Grande Dealer Group. It's fun to have friends on this list, and every year,
it's neat.
Please let one of our friends win.
Let one of our friends. That's good.
Little fun fact.
I'm excited. Sunday, I'm hoping that we get a little clear space because, as you know, I'm a massive Duke fan.
Oh, they're having his head coach.
Yeah, Coach K is going to be there.
I didn't realize Coach K was going to be there.
Yeah, so he's going to be there on Sunday morning, kind of wrapping up the thing. I think, I've heard him speak virtually a couple times, listened to a couple of his speeches, and that man knows how to throw down and probably close out a show pretty strong.
Oh, my goodness. So there you go. There's the list. Can you live stream any of this? I don't think so.
I don't think you can.
Do they live stream the main stage? Are you sure? The main stage?
They don't do it.
I know. We got to talk to our friends.
We'll talk to our friends about that. Don't worry, fam. We'll talk to them about it. 2026, we're coming on it.
We'll work on it for you. Speaking of working on it, it didn't actually work out. This is
not working on it.
Not working. Well, worked on it really hard. Didn't work, but we knew this was going to happen as a lot of EV new entrants were entering the space. And just announced EV startup Canoo has filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy, halting operations immediately, liquidating assets, right? A lot different than Chapter 11 where you keep operating. Chapter 7, you're done. Despite efforts to secure some foreign investment, they struggle with cash flow, weak demand, and failed funding attempts. So they had this put it back up, this micro bus inspired cargo van, right?
What's crazy is they were supplying NASA.
Yeah, I know, but NASA doesn't make that many. They don't.
It's
buy
not that many vehicles. You don't get volume out
there.
The
Department of Defense, Walmart apparently was a customer. Or production began in November 2023 in Oklahoma with $100 million in potential incentives, but then they cut their workforce by 23%, recorded $165 million net loss in 2024, generating just $1.5 million in revenue, which was noted in the article, less than the $1.7 million they spent on the CEO's private jet.
Oh, no.
CEO Tony Aquila did say, though, we're truly disappointed things turned out as they did.
He's like, because I really was enjoying that private jet.
Boy, I'm back to Delta Sky Priority.
That's tough, man. We've known these are going to be coming. I think this was kind of like an interesting niche opportunity. I am surprised that, I didn't know about the relationship with Walmart that much, and that you've got the juxtaposition of Rivian and Amazon versus Walmart and Canoo here. So will honestly be interesting to see if Walmart begins any relationships with other EV manufacturers, thinking about their expanded delivery options recently. But man, 1.7 million on a CEO's private jet. I can tell you one thing. I feel a lot better about the way that we operate a startup. You know what I'm saying?
A little bit differently. But look, I think the people who were working there, there are a lot of other opportunities for them to find employment. I think they'll be in high demand. So despite this bankruptcy, obviously a lot of people's lives are affected. However, I think there are going to be a lot of places for them to plug right in, and some of the up and coming ones, and even the traditional OEMs who are looking to siphon from the tech, the innovation and the tech forwardness of some of these, and they'll definitely find something to do with this plant. There's definitely going to be some capacity. So,
I'm sure.
Speaking of EVs,
stop. Segue.
Time.
Here it comes. If you want to know about cold and EVs, yes, the Scandinavians,
Absolutely.
The 2025 Scandinavian winter EV test results are in. And while all vehicles obviously lose a bit of range in cold weather, EVs feel the impact. And this year's test saw some unexpected results. Here's a couple of the results. So Polestar 3 lost just 5% of its
number one,
range.
baby.
Number
Matt Haken
one
is
on
doing
the
a
list.
cartwheel.
Man. And the let's see, Tesla's Model 3 lost 24% of its range, falling short of its in the Scandinavian world 702 kilometer expectations. 4 out of the 5 top performers are, get this, and this is the one that we've been paying attention to. They're China made, including 2 BYD models, the Lotus Amaya, the Mini Countryman, the BYD Tang, and the Polestar 3. So you've got an interesting kind of like subset in the China made stuff there. The biggest loser, the Peugeot, the E3008, losing 32% of its range, not hanging out when it gets to that 37 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's not a better time for this list to come out, even for American auto dealers to see this.
Yeah.
If you're selling Polestars, our friend Matt Haken, Polestar Short Hills.
Swing this around.
What I mean, I'm talking about this all day long when it's like 10 degrees outside, and we're like, hey, look, this EV is better than all the other EVs in the world, per the Scandinavians.
That's a big deal.
But it did surprise me that Tesla showed up in like the top 50 list, but they were way down on the list. Way
down. 24% of its range. That's shocking.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm not that shocked. I'm shocked more that any EV only loses 5%.
Right.
I mean, my phone loses more than 5% if it stays out in the cold.
In the cold.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Yeah, without a doubt.
One of those things.
I wonder what they're doing. Like, that would be an interesting study. I have no clue what they're doing from a battery, like conditioning or, how they're holding it.
Right. Is it the technology? Is it the fact that they are shrouding the battery?
Maybe we should get Matt Haken on. Ask him. He probably knows. I bet they got some value prop hidden away in there.
Yeah, we do need to do that. Because now that like my brain's processing, it can't be that they keep the batteries warmer, because that would take more energy than it would.
More energy.
I think it would. I mean, 30%, 5%.
I don't know.
We're not engineers.
Obviously. We're just telling the stories that make sense to you to tell on the showroom. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Well, that's a Monday. Big week coming up. Look, make sure you follow Asodu on LinkedIn. We're going to be bringing you many live streams, many posts to let you be at the show, even if you can't be at the show. We'll see you here tomorrow.